Should be pulled up, bro. Oh shit, I'm tripping. I always do that. It should be good to go.
Yep. Here we are. Here we are.
Should be good to go, man.
All right, man. Welcome, everybody, to this stormy Friday night here at the Red Eye Hour. I hope everybody's safe from all them crazy storms and tornadoes and grapefruit-sized hail that they had in Dickinson County or whatever it was.
Didn't see none of that.
I saw a picture on the news of it was like this big, that piece of hail.
Probably the only one.
I don't think so, but so if anybody's out there and you're tuning in, thanks for tuning in again on our regular Friday night thing that we do. Our electricity went out here earlier tonight when some of the storms went through, so if it does go out, we'll still be live, but it'll be real dark.
Hell no. Going home with that happened.
So we made it through another week. It was an interesting week for me, but I'm not really going to get into it too much because it's kind of personal stuff, but
No, it's not.
you know.
Oh,
Medical
yeah,
emergency
okay. Never
type
mind.
stuff, you know, but-
don't mind me, man. I'm a little absent-minded most of the goddamn time.
So that made the week interesting with lots of doctor's appointments and tests and stuff, but it's a whole other thing. So welcome, and I'm gonna start off just talking about some random current events, I think, and then I got another book recommendation for everybody. You can, you want to close that?
Oh, what's the door?
Yeah, I don't know if it will pick up the noise or not.
Yeah.
So what do you think about them food processing plants that have been burning down? Like 13 of them have burned down.
Where?
Recently, around the United States.
I didn't catch that news.
Yeah,
Is
within the last.
Is it arson?
Well, I can't. Nobody seems to know. But the thing is, before they started burning down, that's when Biden was like, "We might have food shortages," and all of a sudden, all these food processing plants burned down.
Food shortages.
It's kind of weird. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if there's a conspiracy or not. You know what I mean? I don't know. It seems kind of weird though that many of them have burned down.
Yeah.
Seems suspicious.
I mean,
And did you know that Bill Gates is buying like large amounts of farmland?
See, now the people don't get into that whole conspiracy theory of what he was trying to do to people.
Right. Like with the vaccines and everything.
Yeah, man. Oh my God. Why these people do dumb shit like that? They put themselves in a position to be talked about in a bad way.
Yeah.
Listen, the only motherfucker I'm worried about is this goddamn Elon Musk buying Twitter with his punk ass.
For $44 billion.
That's disgusting. Freedom of speech. I know what that means, bitch. I know exactly. Bro, listen, man, this company been sued for fucking discrimination a lot of times.
Right. Well, he could have probably used that money for better purposes.
Now, I wouldn't mind him bringing back cocaine and Coca-Cola.
Oh, from that meme? Yeah, so there was a meme on social media we saw, and it said, it's not real, obviously, but it was like, Elon Musk wants to buy Coca-Cola so he can put the cocaine back in Coca-Cola.
He might, bro. I mean,
That'd be funny.
he might. Damn. Anyway.
Quiet on the chat.
So what's this book about?
The book. Okay, I'll get to the book. Let me get to my notes about the book. Okay, so the book that I recommend for this podcast, it actually came out in 2010. It's called Decoded by Jay-Z. It's an excellent book. I was already a Jay-Z fan, obviously, before I owned this book, but it made me kind of like respect him even more and understand him more as an artist. I like the way it's written. So it just kind of goes through like a rough chronological order of like from current stories to Jay-Z's story of like growing up in the Marcy projects, and like from his opinions and reflections and like all the influences that he had, like, you know, growing up in the 70s and all the different artists and the things that influenced his own music. He talks about celebrity life. And one of the coolest things in the book is like, so for example, here's verse 2 from 99 Problems. And everybody, if you're a Jay-Z fan, you know what song I'm talking about. And it has the whole second verse here. And then it has the little marquee numbers here in red. And then over on this side, it breaks it down. So it breaks down like each bar and exactly what he's talking about. And so you get like a full comprehension of like what that verse is about. So you get like a full understanding of it. And he does that several times throughout the book. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Even if you don't listen to Jay-Z, you could still read the book. That was my phone, sorry. Even if you don't even listen to Jay-Z or don't know anything about him, it's a great book, and you'll know a lot about him after you read it. Mr. Elston, I have that book. Yeah, it's a great book.
It says Russell Simmons had a good one that came out of that same time.
Around 2010. Do you know what the title of it is? Let me turn down my phone so it doesn't ring at me.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Is it storming in Kansas City? Well, Antonius, what do you know?
Let me go look at my bookshelf. Gotta go look at the bookshelf, man. What do I know? A whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing?
Yeah, you know, that's what I used to tell
You
you.
survived the work week.
Barely.
Barely. You had to cut some people out.
Well, listen, man. I wasn't gonna talk about that,
Oh, we know.
but since you brought it up, you know, I ain't gonna problem with it. Hell yeah, they cut that punk ass out, man. Listen, when a motherfucker tells me that because I don't do your job, I don't care if I put you in a dangerous situation, well, that's a problem for me.
Right.
You know. And what's even more fucked up is that I know this guy. And for you to be an asshole like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro.
So you had to let him know.
Well, listen, man. It just don't be disrespectful when you in the fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You fucked up, bro. You fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
And that's that loader guy you're talking about, right?
Yeah. He didn't want to fix his goddamn mistake, and me having so much integrity, blame the army. I'm like, cause I was gonna leave the trailer out there. I'm like, hey, fuck that trailer. You can't take that shit to Kansas City. He knows that. You've been told 3 times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when you tell me and another guy who's been there longer than you, who will pick your ass up and choke the shit out of you and won't get fired, I've seen him do it. Like, this motherfucker like 6'2", old motherfucker with that motherfucker. God diesel. You know, you gonna tell him, I ain't gonna load this shit. Damn, the ball's on this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I just snap, bro. When you know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
Don't tell me you don't give a fuck about what situation you put me in because you don't do my job. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bitch, I got a daughter, man. You got to do your job right so I can do my job right and safe. You know,
We all work for the same place, man.
man, shit. I don't know if he even works.
The book name is Do You.
Do You.
By Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons.
About to check it out.
Run DMC. No.
They talk about Run DMC in this book as well. Beastie Boys, all of them.
Now again, see, I don't read books because I don't have time. I'm an Audible guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Well,
Kwame Salter, Striving While Black, and shit like that. You know.
okay.
Shit like that.
But in 2010, well, I guess there was audio books in 2010, right?
Maybe. That seems like forever ago, bro. I mean, that's just. I know it was like 12 years, and that's like.
It's been like forever ago. That, like when you talk about 30 years ago, and like I saw somebody say, like, in my mind, I think 30 years ago, I think the 70s, and now it's the 90s.
The 70s. No.
Right. But you know, they were just saying like it was a form of like how they were thinking, like, you know,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
realizing that they're getting old, and you know, now 30 years ago isn't what it was when you were young, you know, obviously. But like, you know what I'm saying, man.
Well, I know what you're saying. Yeah, damn. What the fuck is all this shit?
Yeah, probably with the storms and stuff, man. I don't know how our viewership will be tonight.
Well, listen, man. If it's, it really doesn't fucking matter. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, they can always go back and watch.
Yeah, that's the good part.
I mean,
Just like that one guy I told you, he was like, I haven't watched anything yet on your channel, but I'm about to binge watch it all. And I said, oh, okay.
woo!
I'm excited because when the podcast is over, I'm watching the new episode of Ozark.
Well, that shit.
Man.
Don't say nothing. I ain't even watched the last season yet, man.
Okay, not any of the last season.
None. Zero.
Okay, so
listen, I told you, man, I
they
can't
did-
do this
they did that.
4 and then wait for the other goddamn.
Yeah,
I want
they
to see it
broke
all
it
in
up.
succession. That way, when it's over with, I'm like, damn. Yeah, I can't do that.
See, I can't even talk about it because I'll spoil it, man. You know?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Man, you don't even watch it. You don't even watch the Blacklist, so I don't want to hear that shit.
What's that got to do with anything?
Man, maybe you watch the Blacklist. You want to watch the Ozark. You want to see the end of it. That's what that means. Exactly what that means.
That don't mean I can still go watch the Blacklist.
So you can't get into it, bro. Why would you watch something you can't get into?
She said that. I didn't say that.
Oh, she said that. How dare you?
How dare me?
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
I like to listen to a lot of Dick Gregory interviews. Remember I was talking to you about that earlier?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was getting a little senile toward the end or not. Like, you know, I told you about like his conspiracy theory on how Michael Jackson died.
Well, that's Dick Gregory though, man.
Right.
Like, I
He
mean,
could, like you said, maybe he was being like funny.
well, like him and this guy Joe Madison, they was protesting out front of the CIA building,
Mm-hmm.
and the motherfucker goes and gets like a pound of flour, and there's people sitting in like this Ziploc bag, and the motherfucker pours it out in front of the goddamn CIA building. And the CIA officers lock their ass up, and he's like, man, what you bringing them dogs over here for? You can't do nothing with this. Go make biscuits. You know what I'm saying? But he was just doing it to prove a point. You know what I mean? But they said, Dick Gregory. I mean, Joe Madison, the guy with Dick Gregory. He said, what did you think of Mike Muse? Mike Muse.
What's that guy? Another radio.
He does a lot of interviews.
He does.
I mean, I mean, like, I guess he's on Urban View. I mean, I just ain't never heard.
Honestly, I haven't got to check any of it out yet, but my week it got kind of crazy. But I will though. I will though. Yeah, Dick Gregory has this thing about sleep deprivation, and he's talking about like as a method of control.
Yeah.
So he goes, let me explain. He's like, how many hours you got today? And the interviewer's like, 24. He's like, you're supposed to sleep 8. He's like, how many you got left after that? And the guy was like, 16. He's like, and then you're supposed to, how many hours are you supposed to work? And the guy was like, 8, normally. And he's like, right. And he goes, now you have 8 hours left. He goes, you haven't cooked, you haven't got dressed, you haven't said hello to the kids or the wife. You haven't watched TV. You haven't called your mother. And he goes, that's why you can't call rich folks house after 8 p.m. He's like, because they're sleeping. And then he gets into like, you know why they call it the graveyard shift? He's like, because it equals death. That's why.
Well,
And he talks. Then he went into something about 90 minutes after the sun goes down is when your brain recharges, and after a certain hour, it supposedly stops. That's what Dick Gregory said. And I don't know, he's probably got a point. Some of that.
yeah,
But his point is that we run off we got a lot of things to do in 24 hours, and might not be getting the best rest that we could.
I apologize, man. I'm trying to figure some shit out.
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to share this goddamn. No, fuck it. I'm done. Delete.
I heard a quote too this week that I wrote down, and it says, "Be careful who you share good news with. You want to share good news with people who will be genuinely happy for you."
Well, who is that?
He goes, "That's how you can identify people who are really on your side."
Well, I guess that for you, that's your wife, and for me, that's my daughter.
Yeah. Or if I told you so, if I shared good news with you, you would be genuinely happy, right?
Yeah.
Just like I would be for you. But he's just saying, like, not everybody is like.
Well, of course not.
News, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's cool, man," and then they be hating.
Well, that's all they got.
Yeah.
Because most motherfuckers get mad because they didn't think of that idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh.
The Romans.
Listen, if Jeremy lights go out, man, listen, we'll just do this shit in the dark, okay? I guess he'll light some seance candles and shit. Do this shit in the dark, but I don't think
It'd be funny.
No, it wouldn't. Hey, listen, I told Jeremy, right? Most of y'all probably gonna think it's fucked up. If you call yourself a good Christian, I don't listen. But listen, I told Jeremy, right, because people always God this, Jesus that, and they do a bunch of evil shit in the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm a good Christian. Hey, slave, God said your name is Toby. Bullshit. Okay, the man said his name was Kuta Kinte. God damn it, call him Kuta Kinte. But anyway, my mom, God bless her, she go to church every Sunday. She always trying to get me to go, but I told her I can't go. I can't go to church when the first thing I see when I walk in is that fake ass white Jesus. That's right, Jesus ain't white for all those people out there who don't know. He ain't white. Okay? I can't go to church. Jesus ain't white. And people use the name of God and Jesus in a very evil way.
Well, they have since the beginning of time.
Well, see, that's my problem. Since the beginning of time.
Right.
So why the fuck should I, why would I want to worship? I'm a devil worshiper.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're not.
Shit. God seems like he's got a vengeance in his heart. All these people
you don't want to summon things like that, man. You want to say,
listen, I understand you don't want to deal with the deeds and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
But me, on the other hand, every time I see something about God, it's evil. It's evil.
Right. But that doesn't mean you have to worship the devil.
Why not?
You could just be.
What do witches worship?
What do witches worship?
Yeah. Dark magic.
Well,
yep.
I don't know if I have the answer to that.
Why not, man? This ain't no Harry Potter shit.
Let's ask you.
Who we asking, man? They use what? 5-point star, pentagrams, and all that good shit.
Well, that's a certain kind of witch.
So what are we talking about?
Oh, that hurt me.
Kind of which we talking about? Oh,
Not my neighbor.
you know what?
Running through the house.
Why don't you just talk to that thing? Why you gotta type it? You didn't spend like 30 seconds longer typing it. Then you could say, hey, blah, 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 huh? And it's been over with.
Because there's lots of different types of witches, you know?
Man, so which witch
There's
are
like
you?
Wiccans, there's pagans, there's all different kinds, man.
So you got good witch, bad witch, right?
Yeah, there's some that work in the dark and some that work in the light.
So a witch doctor is different than a warlock. I mean, I'm genuinely asking a question.
There's a warlock.
Don't forget. Witch
What
doctor.
did you say
I
again?
said a witch doctor is different than a warlock, then, right? Even though
Is
they
a witch
both-
doctor different from a warlock?
What's the answer?
I'm hitting it so we can see what it says.
Or are they just one and the same? Man. All right, man. Let's just leave that alone, man. It's getting too deep. I was just asking.
But there are different kinds. And they might, and some have like different gods that they worship, you know?
Like Zeus.
Well, something, you know, something like that. But you know how there's different gods, you know?
No, I don't. Okay,
Which
see, that's
a
another
practitioner of folk magic.
Folk?
Low ceremonial magic or both. Witchcraft is typically very practical and earthy. Witches are the local cunning men and wise women that will whip you up a simple charm or curse, herbal remedies for illness, and similar types of spells. They often commune with low-level familiar spirits or fairies. Note, the definition changes when applied to modern witches as opposed to historical witches or fictional witches, but this is a general starting point, and the title witch does not necessarily have anything to do with Wicca. Warlock, a word that typically refers to a male witch, but it means to deny a contract, therefore by extension, traitor. It became associated with witchcraft as a term to refer to a person in league with the devil. Because of this, most actual male witches prefer to call themselves witches. In fiction, it's a pretty versatile term, referring to male witches, evil magic users, warrior wizards, and anything in between.
As a warlock. Right? That's essentially what it's saying.
That's
So a
what
male
I
witch
was
is just a
told.
damn witch.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. I mean, I'm no.
Witch doctor is into African religions and warlocks are European religions.
Why you gotta get into the black and white thing, man? That's just generally speaking.
That's the history, man.
Hey, man, I know, man. I'm just.
Because there's sorcerers, mages, wizards,
Hey, you know what?
enchanters, necromancers,
Like in Georgia, bro. Hey, them motherfuckers believe in that shit. Like,
voodoo.
yeah. Hey, look. My grandfather, right, went down to visit him one summer.
Uh-huh.
And I guess it was this chick trying to stalk me. And the first words out of his mouth, they confused the shit out of me. He's like, "Don't you ever eat her spaghetti?" I was like, "What?" He said, "Don't you ever eat any spaghetti she offered it to you." I'm like, "But shit, I love spaghetti." He was like, "Nope. She put some of that menstrual blood in there and she got you." I was like, "Ugh." First of all, that's disgusting, but I won't ever eat anybody else's spaghetti but my own then after that, bro.
And down there in like Louisiana, so they have like vampire like clubs and like,
Now that'd be some dope shit.
yeah, that'd be cool to go to.
Because I'm quite sure they probably
I
got
think there's
35.
houses too where like the vampires live together.
They must all got night jobs.
You know, you look back at them historical pictures, you can find it on the internet back like in the 1800s.
What do you mean I use the names?
What's that mean?
Oh, he must be talking about getting into the African and European. I mean, I was just joking, bro.
Anyway, back to if you go look at pictures where they bury people and they thought they were going to be vampires, and you'll see like iron, like they're all caged in, like where they're buried. And it makes you wonder, You know, like, damn, they went to all that trouble. They really must have thought he was going to come back.
Oh my God, man.
But, you know, it's just like...
But where are they today?
Right, I don't know, you know?
I mean, you want to believe in shit like that, the supernatural. I mean, you do, but where are they today? You can't hide. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's all the corporate assholes on Wall Street.
There's people that claim they're vampires, but they're like... but they're not vampires like we see like on True Blood or shit like that.
Well, first of all, I want to be a Twilight vampire. Okay, because them motherfuckers sparkling in the sun. They don't burn us. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the vampire I want to be.
A Daywalker?
Well, now you're getting into Blade.
That's just one movie.
Yeah, but they call him a Daywalker.
Right, but there's Daywalkers, vampires that can...
There was a movie called Daywalkers,
You can be out in the sun.
There was a movie called Daywalkers, I think.
I'd be a vampire, though.
Yeah, I always said I would be a vampire over a werewolf because I don't want to be nobody's dog. Well, think about it. Dracula controlled the fucking werewolf. You ever seen that, what was it, Van Helsing movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're still under somebody else's fucking control. I'd rather be the guy in control.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it
Me either.
if that was just in the movies where Dracula controls.
But it's damn near in every movie, though. Except for, again, Twilight.
Yeah.
Hey, Breaking Dawn 2 is my favorite.
And Tammy got a few of them books.
I didn't read no damn book. I watched the movie.
Right. Books are usually better. I'm just saying. Those are more detailed.
Well, listen. I watched the movie.
Yeah, so did I. They're good.
No, he just shot shit on my parade.
I like it. Did you watch True Blood?
No, I ain't watched no True Blood.
You've never watched True
I've
Blood?
never watched True Blood.
Anybody out there watch True Blood?
Never watched True Blood.
I'd only be a vampire if it would be like True Blood. Yeah. Antonio is gonna look it up. It's great, man.
Well, listen,
I love
man.
that.
You know how much shit is all over streaming networks, man?
Yeah, True Blood came out like, man.
What's that, on Showtime or some shit?
It was on HBO. And I'm sure it's on like Netflix. But yeah, True Blood is great. I agree. You'd like it. Lots of sex.
Oh, you went straight to the sex, huh?
Lots of killing.
You're right. I like it because it's lots of sex. You're right about that.
And it's even funny. And
yeah, it was on HBO.
And they got different creatures. They got mind going blank. Man. Because there's vampires, shapeshifters, witches. They have all kinds of different entities in that show.
Yeah, it's on HBO.
Yeah, it should be on one of the streaming services now.
Yeah, HBO Max.
Melissa says, I feel like crap, but I'm here.
Well, hope you start to feel better. Yep, HBO. True Blood. How many seasons is it?
Several.
Is it something I can binge watch on my next week vacation?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got a vacation next week?
No, next time I take a week off.
Oh.
They don't like you to do that, bro, but I can't. I can't.
Oh yeah, you'll be hooked, man.
Well,
I guarantee it.
they coming out with any new series? I mean, new
No, it's
episode?
over.
Well, then I can't get too hooked until I get to the. Once it's over with, it's fucking over with.
Right, but I'm saying once you start watching it, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is good.
You seen that new Batman?
No.
Oh.
Have you?
Well, yeah, it's on HBO Max, man.
Does
I
it
don't
have
know if I
Robert
like the guy.
Pattinson in it?
Yeah, I don't know if I like him as Batman, bro.
She says if you want them, I'll bring them to Germany. You can watch them.
But you talking about DVDs?
Do you have a DVD player?
Hell no. That's like VHS, bro. Hell no. That's like having CDs in your car, man. Oh, you got some.
Yep, I sure do, man. I'm old school.
Oh,
I'm old school.
Hey, look, man. I'm sorry, man.
I use I'll hook up my phone too.
I put everything on fucking scan disc. That's what I put everything on.
Yeah.
On the music, yeah. Honey, listen, is that on DVD? Damn, man, I
I wonder, is it on Netflix or anything?
It's on
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Oh.
I got HBO Max.
Oh, there you go then. She says, being an ass. Yes, I have the dang DVDs. I don't know if it's on any streaming services.
It's on HBO Max. I looked it up. Yeah.
There you go.
It's on HBO Max. I wasn't clowning. It's just when you say DVD, I'm like, damn, where'd I find a DVD player? That's what I was thinking.
I got one.
I mean, think about it. Laptops. Like, look at this laptop. They used to have the little fucking, little, yeah. They don't even have those anymore. You know, so they're becoming a relic of the past.
They are, man. I wonder what happened to all my cassette tapes, man.
Shit, them motherfuckers probably melted.
Man, I had some classics, man. The
I did
Chronic.
Hey, that was the
Red
best
Band's
thing.
First album.
I think that was the best thing about cassette
Biggie's
tapes.
album.
Cassette tapes, you could just pop that bitch in and listen to one whole side. You didn't have to worry about the CD getting scratched up. None of that. Now it did, you know.
When the tape went.
Yeah.
You gotta get a pencil out and. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And then you could like, what if you take the tops of the cassette tape and then you could like record over it or something?
Was it tape?
There's some little hack you could do.
I think if
I
you
used to
flipped it
do it.
upside down, if you turned the
But
rear.
I think there's like on the tops by the corners, I think you could like tape them. And I thought you could like record over like if it was like one you buy at the store, you know? I don't know.
Oh, I know what you're saying. So you'd be able to press record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when we used to, did you do the thing when we were young, like, and hook up your VCR and record your video games?
Nah, bro, I ain't never thinking of shit like that. You trying
I did that. Me and my mom figured it out. So I'd play like my basketball games back in the
Who'd
day.
you show it to?
I don't know, my friends, I guess. It was like a good game or something.
Damn, bro. So you was up there pretty much YouTubing it before. Okay.
That's about this information government for us to be informed.
What's that? Elaborate. Sounds like some stuff that came right out of the George who?
Orwell book, 1984. It's basically the times we live in. He wrote about it back then, and with cameras everywhere and the control methods that the government has over us, like on a worldly basis. Like he wrote about it a long time ago, and it's basically true.
Well, yeah. But in the same breath,
I think disinformation's been happening for a long time, man.
Hell
That's
yeah.
how they confuse us, man, and that's how the whole word conspiracy theory came about. So we could confuse people and be like, you know, like we don't know what's what. Like, it's all.
Like maybe Jesus was a bad guy. Let me stop, man. Some religious nut don't come in here and get all pissed off and shit. That's right, I called you religious nut. I said it.
I've never been baptized.
It's coming out because of Musk being. Hey, listen, Elon Musk.
Oh.
Yo, Elon Musk buying Twitter is that's gonna be disastrous.
A lot of people have deactivated their accounts.
Well, bro, like I told you, man. Listen, see, man, I don't know why everything has to go back to this fucking dynamic. It's because the world we live in, and that's right, I'm finna say it, that goddamn Donald Trump normalized these fucking people to come out of their goddamn caves and express their fucking racism. But he has so many NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, at his company for fucking discrimination. This is what he's going to allow. He's going to allow some white supremacists to get all on Twitter and call somebody a nigger, somebody a spick, somebody a kite, all these derogatory terms, and then he's going to come back and say, oh, well, it's free speech. That's what he wants, bro. That's who he is. And he's gonna let that goddamn Donald Trump back on there.
Well, shit.
I don't know why Twitter did that. That Dorsey guy, I don't know, what's wrong with you? You ain't got more stakes than another motherfucker in your own company?
Yeah, I'd like to know like why he was like, sure, I'll sell it to you, man. You know?
What the fuck is wrong with
Like
you?
the reasoning behind it. Like, was he over it? Was he done with it? Or did he say
I mean,
44 billion go?
that's what he said.
Yeah.
That's what he said, 44, but that's what the board said too. Oh, 44 billion, well shit, let's fucking take it.
Right.
You know what he could have did to help out America with 44? Hell, just his fucking state where he's at alone, 44 billion. And you want to buy a goddamn social media platform just so you can let people espouse their fucking hatred and racism.
So, right. So what about all the other billionaires? Like, why don't, you know?
Bro,
they provide jobs, but some of their work environments aren't that good.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Because they think they got enough money to where if you sue their ass, have you ever fell down the Elon Musk rabbit hole? Hell nah.
Did him and Amber Heard have a relationship? The same chick that's in
Johnny
Depp?
Depp. I don't know, man. You
I
guys
thought I
are
heard
heard Johnny
something.
Depp stuff, man. I gotta see it though. If he really like that, well, you know, I had to give him some pills.
Yeah, he was in court. He said when he was hanging, which I thought was kind of fucked up because he brought up the guy. His name was Robert or something. The guy that created WandaVision, right? He was him and Johnny Depp hanging out, and then he was talking about him and Marilyn Manson hanging out. And during court, he said something like, because they're like, did you do cocaine and pills with Marilyn Manson? And he's like, cocaine. He kind of like mumbles and shit. And then he goes, I gave Marilyn Manson pills so he wouldn't talk so much. The whole courtroom laughed, man. And I was like, damn. But you know, the people aren't there to defend themselves either, you know?
No, that's civil court,
Yeah.
right? Civil court. Yeah, that ain't criminal.
Man.
Elon Musk rabbit hole. I don't think there's no returning from that when you go down there.
Right.
I just.
He's kind of like the evil guy in the movie. You know, he's got like the spaceships, he's got the.
Isn't that weird?
He's got, you know what I mean? Like, he's got the tunnels, he's got the cars. Like, he's kind of, he reminds me like a bad guy from a superhero movie.
And he probably is, to be honest with you. You gotta watch that motherfucker. I mean, come on, bro.
There's this thing I saw, but I don't know if it's real because I didn't check into it anymore. But it was, because you know, Elon Musk went on the Joe Rogan show and they were smoking. I know, you don't like Joe Rogan. But
No.
I don't know if he went back on there or if this video was just edited to make it look like that. But like, he's basically like telling Joe Rogan that he's like not very smart. Elon Musk told him that. And then like Joe Rogan's like, basically like threatening him. He's like, make me want to jump across this table and go back to my days of killing people. But see, I don't know if it was edited though, man. Like to make it look like they were talking to each other. You know what I mean? Because you can do some amazing things with editing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go back and check that out.
Did it like jump or did it?
You know, go back to him and then go back to Elon Musk. You know, and it looked like it seemed like they were in the same room, but I don't know. You know, there's all that deep fake stuff. You know, nowadays.
Well, I mean, you know, they create a bunch of shit. You know, Photoshop is the motherfucker.
Deep fake porn, deep fake.
What deep fake porn? My porn better not be fake. Okay.
No, like if you wanted they had, that's like a whole thing, deep fake porn. So if you were like, oh, I want to look up, I don't know, Doja Cat, right? So you can like look up stuff and it looks just like her in this porno, but it's not. It's a deep fake. It's where they can take her face and put it on someone else's and it like moves and everything just like a real person, but it's not really that person. It's somebody else. They can swap faces, like put your face on somebody else. And they say like there's a big conspiracy theory into that. Like,
Why is our life filled with conspiracy theories? Is what I don't understand. Everything's a goddamn conspiracy theory these days. Everything.
because the truth is suppressed
From who?
from us.
So the government knows it all. Because Jeremy, I understand they're supposed to be some of the smartest people, leading this nation, but they do a bunch of dumb shit.
When I talk about like the people in control, I don't even mean the ones that run America. I'm talking like the world, like the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergs and the
Koch brothers
and the families' names that we don't even know about. That, you know what I'm saying? The Rothschilds are like worth like $500 trillion, and they own all the Federal Reserves and shit, and have funded every war since the beginning of time.
Well, wars are profitable.
Both sides.
Well, again, wars are profitable.
Right.
So, where are these people at?
Well, you ain't gonna know.
Why
You
not?
ain't gonna know.
Why not? You talking about they got $500 trillion? What were they doing the pandemic? Shit, they could have helped us out. Hell, Elon Musk could have helped us out with his punk ass. Him and that other guy. What's that?
You seen them videos of them truckers like,
Jeremy, I don't
going in them tunnels?
I don't follow Elon Musk, bro.
It's not Elon Musk.
Who?
Truckers like you, truck drivers, but it's somewhere like, I don't know if it's in Colorado or where it's at, but
Some of that convoy.
no, the underground tunnels that they've been leaking on social media, and they'll be at the opening of this tunnel, and it like goes underground, and there's like, and they go like hundreds of miles.
No, I haven't seen that. And this is supposed to be what, an underground bunker or something?
I think something.
See now, Jeremy. See, I just everything on. I can't trust shit on the internet, bro.
All right.
I'm
You
just
gotta question it.
I mean, because again, we just talked about how hell when I first saw the new Transformers, I was like, damn, that shit look real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I know Transformers are not real.
Yeah.
But they did a good enough job to where, like, damn, that motherfucker look like he's real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you tell me that somebody's driving underground and I'm just like, how come the government ain't went in, the army ain't went in there? Because there's some weird shit going on.
I think they kind of control it.
Well, see, there's my problem. These motherfuckers built all this shit with our tax dollars.
Right here.
We supposed to be knowing all this.
Springfield, Missouri is one of them.
You said where?
Springfield, Missouri.
Man, I've been to Springfield, Missouri when I used to have my route. I ain't heard of shit. And none of the locals talked about anything like this.
I'll let you watch the video.
None of the locals said, hey, they ain't know it's an underground cave. No.
Well, guys, we made it over here to Crack in Springfield, Missouri. And we'll fix to go down inside the cave here in just a second. Thanks to Big A here. Bad luck, Abram. I've been to this cave.
Just go to YouTube and type in truckers and underground tunnels. That's all you gotta do.
Well, hell, man, I was in the underground tunnel today.
Where?
Yeah, they call it the geospace. There's this whole fucking cave system in Independence, Missouri.
Maybe that's similar. They're saying some that go all the way up to Maine, some that go from like Colorado to like Arizona or some shit.
We'll go on down in there. Thought I'd take you guys with me into the cave.
But it's saying within these tunnels that go to these other areas are like,
He must got a strong gas signal because once you get even just a quarter in that cave, you lose everything. I mean, you lose everything. Like my phone stops, my fucking radio stops. I mean, everything has no signal. Yeah, bro. I'm looking. Yeah, look like the same goddamn entrance. There ain't nobody stopping me on no goddamn cart though. Yeah, this is. Get your ass in there, man. Hurry up. Yeah, see, they ain't got all this like security check and shit. You just drive up in there, bro.
and how long is it?
Bro,
guess that sucker ain't gonna stay open, man. Holy hell.
He's got a small ass truck looking at his mirrors.
Guess I got
Bro, it almost looked like this motherfucker like, I
I
don't know, man.
think this sucker stay open more than that, wouldn't you? Lord Jesus.
I don't know. I'm looking at this and I'm just like, first of all, this looks like he needs some type of security clearance or something.
That's why I wanted to bring it up, because you're a truck driver, so I want to see if you heard of anything like it, you know?
Well, again, like I said, I was in the cave system today.
See if it'll stay open now.
I tried to close on
Says
them.
lower
Well, the
left
gate
rear
went
view
down.
closed, I guess that's why.
Yeah, bro, I was in some shit like this today.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, but they're saying within them, there's like, they have like stored like food and all that, like, so when some shit goes
Bro, there's
down.
a lot of fucking businesses in this cave I went to. I mean, like a lot. I mean, like a lot.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, man. So is it probably, so it is real.
But I don't know if it should go all the way to Arizona.
They say some go up to Maine, and some go like to.
Looking for door 37, 1037.
So yeah, he's gonna back
So
it.
you've been in them.
Yeah.
Abram didn't believe me about this cave deal.
Bro, yeah, same fucking thing.
Don't
But
you think it's amazing though?
fuck no, I don't like being underground.
I know, but like how they built that shit, man.
Who the hell is Ariana Meek?
Arlen Meek.
Yeah.
That's my dad, man. So you've been in these systems.
Yeah, I was in there today.
It looks freaky, man.
It looks like it's above ground. But once you get in there, you start to realize that you're underground.
And when you say there's businesses in there?
Bro, like, soon as you go through, there's like, they got like a little security like booth outside, and then they got one. As soon as you start to go into this cave, right? So like this right here at the beginning of your table is the entrance to the cave. As soon as you get here, there's like a security booth there. But as soon as you get like come down and you kind of take like, cause you got to do all this bobbing and weaving and wide turns and shit. But as soon as you like get like, shit, I want to say 10 feet in there, bam, there's a business, bam, there's a business, bam, there's a business, bam. And you gotta literally like you gotta weave your way around those fucking pillars in that cave system to fucking back up to their docks and shit.
So do you think they made the cave systems so if we have some kind of doomsday apocalypse that
Well, again, bro, I mean, if they made I can't say they made some shit. Now you're getting into some Mexicans trying to cross the border type shit, bro.
No, what I'm talking about
Well, when
is,
you say they going from all the way here to fucking Maine and shit, bro, that's impossible. I don't want to say it's impossible, but think about all the geological shit that happens in the United States. Tornadoes, hurricanes, fucking snow, floods. Bro, I mean, how,
they're saying they build them.
now I also know in Arkansas they got a fucking cave system.
Right.
Ain't going to them, boy.
They're saying like if there's ever like a doomsday apocalypse type shit here in the world, like all the elites and all the people that can would go in there and then they would shut them gates and the rest of us would be like, good luck.
But it's open.
Huh?
It's open. I mean,
But they can,
if you gonna let that little goddamn thing stop you, then you're a fool.
but I think,
Unless they throw a goddamn boulder in front of them. Jeremy, there's no door. There's no door.
that's cool, you've been in it, man.
There's no
That's why
door.
I wanted to show you.
Unless you literally throw a boulder in front of that opening, you ain't stopping nobody. You ain't stopping nobody from
They
getting
don't have
out.
big doors or nothing.
No, Jeremy, it's an opening to a cave.
How long do you think it took him to build that shit?
I have no clue, but every time I go in there, I get nervous.
I bet.
Shit. Because if that bitch start to collapse, you in trouble. You're in trouble. And if one side collapses, you in trouble.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, sorry. I've been in the caves in KC. They're pretty cool. The ones in KC are owned mostly by the Hunt family, who owns the Chiefs.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
But he's right. No cell service.
Yeah, boy.
There's an educational place in the caves called Earthworks.
Yep.
To go as a kid on field trips. Oh yeah?
Yep.
Earthworks.
Dang, bro. Unless you hooking up to somebody's Wi-Fi.
Huh.
So that guy recorded that video. He was just recording the video. He wasn't live streaming or none of that because this shit would have cut off on me.
Right.
And then when I get out of the cave, my radio comes back on, my phone blows up.
Right.
Every goddamn ringtone I got, every alert, it just starts going off once it catches a signal. Yep.
Interesting.
Because when I got in there, when I first went in there, I tried to call a customer. Nothing. Nothing. I couldn't even get a roaming signal, bro.
Man, I want to ride with you when you go on something.
Can you get up that early? See, that's my fear. See, I don't need you calling me, hey man, I'm running a little behind. Then you might as well take your ass back to bed, son, 'cause I'm about to leave.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I got a time frame.
I have to plan it out because I work, so during the week, you know.
I got a time frame.
Right. Yeah,
You can't be 2 minutes late. You can't be 1 minute late. I got to go, bro.
Right.
I got to go. I got to go.
You go in them like every week in them caves?
Pretty much on Fridays is when he get his stuff. So, and they got 2 sets of cave in Independence. They've got one, I want to say, kind of on the southeastern corner, right there by 435. I mean, hell, you can see it from 435. That one caught on fire. So you can see the scary shit like that. See, motherfucker catch on fire.
The inside of it?
Yeah, somebody's fucking business caught on fire in that bitch, bro. Because they got a fan system in there. So, like, let's say, like, literally, it's cold as hell in the wintertime. You literally go in there and you're like, God damn, it's hot in this bitch. And you're just standing out in the cave and it's hot than a motherfucker. I don't think anybody's saying anything. And it's hot than a motherfucker. In the summertime, it's cool. It's hot as hell outside, but it's cool in the cave. To the point to where, like, my sunglasses start to fog up when I go in there. That's how cool it is in that bitch. Wow. No, man, you can ride one of these days, man. But again, like I said, you better take a vacation day or something, bro, because I get up at 3:30. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Thursday, I get the fuck up at 2:30 because it takes me 3 hours just to get to my first stop. Okay? 3 hours. And I don't even like going to that motherfucker. Ameristar. Is that a county? I mean, state? I mean, like, the only one I've been to is the one in Independence. I know there's another one I want to say in Olathe, Lenexa, something.
Ameristar, like when you're doing it in Kansas City?
Oh, bro, that's what I'm asking. Oh, it's a casino. Hell no, I ain't been there. Not while I'm working. Where is it at? Is it underground? Is that what you're saying?
Must be.
I've seen that one that's got fucking Gordon, the chef. I think it's Harrah's or some shit, I think it's called. Something like that. I've seen that Asiago. I know I'm butchering the shit out of these fucking names. It's right across from one of the caves. What?
I'm using Ameristar as a landmark.
Huh. Nah, I mean, like, I know the one cave I go to was off of, and if you don't know, that's fine. I'm just 291 South. Like, literally.
So Tropolis is the name of the cave.
No, they call this one Geospace. That's what these caves are called. Both of them called Geospace. I haven't seen none of those. That must be somewhere I ain't been yet.
All them damn storms ran all the way from Nebraska to Kansas. Look at that.
Well, it's over.
Yeah, it's past us.
I wonder if they somehow connect. I don't know. I mean, like, again, like the caves I go into, Jake's been to Geospace. Yep.
Hmm.
I mean, like, I just know this cave system I go to is a big ass. I mean, like, it's a big ass circle, and like literally, bro, like, I can take when I go in this cave and I get to it, I take a right, I go up, I take another right, I take a left, and boom, there's my customer, right? Well, they made us go around a different way, and bro, I got lost in the motherfucker.
Mm.
Like this motherfucker told me take this turn, that turn, and then I'm like, where the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? I start to get nervous and shit because I'm like, I'm trying to read the sign. I'm like, where the fuck am I, man? This guy made me go left, and it's like I'm in a whole new world over here, man.
Whoa.
Because I go in one way and I can come back out that same way, but sometimes I'll take the other way around because there's less goddamn traffic or people trying to back into a dock or something. But yeah, this guy made me go left, and I was like, he told me to take this. He told me to take this first left. Told me to follow this bitch all the way down. Take a right. Told me to take another right. And I'm looking around like, where the fuck am I, man? Like literally, I saw somebody rolling on one of them cars. Hey, how the fuck do I get to exclusions from here, man? Shit. Oh, you need to go back. Go back. Never again, bro.
Weird. That's cool you've been in.
I think I'd get physically ill if I had to drive a semi in those caves. It's not that bad. I mean, like, really, it's not that. It gets bad when you're trying to back into, like, here's a fucking customer. Okay, let's say the customer is Jeremy. You're going this way. Okay, you gotta try to, and you got this fucking space as big as your head, as wide as your head, and this motherfucker in a 53-foot trailer is trying to weave his ass into the spot, and then you know what happens? Everybody gets jammed up. You sitting there looking, and then everybody starts getting out their truck. Turn it this way. Go back that way, cause bro, you'll sit there for like 20 minutes waiting for a motherfucker to back into one of these docks, and you're just like, yo, man, go get that goddamn yard dog. This, the yard dog is what you see most. They move trailers with. It's not a semi or anything. It's kind of like, I just call it a car. But yeah, you can maneuver that bitch easy. It's just like, I watch people tear up their goddamn trucks, tear up their trailers. And that's when I start to get nervous because when they hit them motherfucking pillars, bro, that shit start flaking off the
Right.
I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Because like,
I don't want to be there in an earthquake.
well, that's another thing. See, that's another thing too, because it's like, again, when I say you're on the ground, bro, it's like you're going into a hill. You know what I'm saying? They made this cave system essentially out of a fucking hill. It ain't a mountain because it ain't. But it's like this big ass hill, so there's dirt. There's all kinds of shit. It gets moist in the inside. And that's my fear. I'm like, man, one of these goddamn days, all that dirt up there is gonna start a mudslide. And he's talking about motherfucker going crazy, man. Shit. Shit. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I don't know what that guy was doing. He looked like he was at some military facility.
I know, right?
That's what he looked like he was doing.
Yeah. So Jake's not here tonight because it's the draft. And if on our page, if you go to it, Jake made a video summarizing day one of the draft. So go check it out. We're proud of him.
He got all kinds of fucking animations and everything, boy.
Yeah, he made it cheesy on purpose. So I told him I'll make his own playlist. We'll call it the Red Eye Hour or Big Jake's Sports Corner or some shit like that.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I don't know how many football fans are out there, but I'm an avid football fan. Oh, bro, goddamn, the 76ers are done for. They said Joel Embiid is hurt.
Uh-oh.
It's a wrap.
Mm.
I ain't gonna never see the motherfuckers win a championship. I've seen the fucking hockey team. I've seen the baseball team. I've seen the Eagles team. I ain't gonna live long enough to see the 76ers team. I know, man. I got a long way before I die, but goddamn, something always happens every year with them motherfuckers. Liz Frank injury or something. It's called something with his goddamn big feet, bro. James Harden didn't know. And I hope that was just fake news. Okay, because it just came across my phone. I was like, what is this? No. It was while trying to log into YouTube. So I hope it's bullshit. Because if it's not, what the hell is going on my phone buzzing? See, I don't see it with the Philadelphia news. Eagles draft 2.
Jake, listen, you guys get a lot of hail and junction or anything? We only got a little bit on this side of town.
Supposed to be 65 tomorrow, 14 degrees cooler. See, man, this fluctuation of up, down, up, it's bullshit. It is, bro. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, man. But global warming ain't real. Climate change ain't real. It's bullshit, man. It's almost, it will be made on Sunday, bro. It's May 1st.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's going to be 14 degrees cooler. It was 80 something today. Yeah. At least it was in Missouri.
Yeah, I think it was like 82 or something like that.
Now it's going to be 64.
It was pretty sketchy.
So send you a pic. Let's see it. Oh, we can't. Look, we're trying to figure out this StreamYard shit.
Yeah.
What is it? You got a picture of?
What's it? The picture.
See, those are the dangerous skies where it's dark and then you got this bright ass light spot. Damn.
What you reading over there?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
I can't tell you, man. Well, I guess I could without saying the name. Listen, see, you always get me into this shit, man. Listen, I'm speaking to a friend, right? And it goes back. I think I was talking about this last week, bro. Like, I don't understand this dude. Like, he won't give it a D, son.
Well,
and I'm trying to help her out, you know.
sounds like a personal problem.
Well, damn, man, this is.
You know, for him.
No, for her too.
For her too, yeah.
I mean, come on, man, shit.
Well, shit.
I just don't understand. I'm like, well,
yeah.
I was like, well, shit, give him some head. She's like, that won't work. I'm like, damn. This guy has no motivation to please this woman.
You want a TI phone?
Yeah, no motivation to please this woman. I don't understand it,
Delilah. Remember that?
What is that?
It's a radio show.
Oh.
And people call up like, yeah, man, I want to dedicate this song to my girl.
Oh, man. Them old simp ass motherfuckers.
And Delilah be like, well, how long y'all been together? And she talks all softly and she's like, let me find a song for you, you know, and
hey, get over it. Get over it, man. We all been there though. You know, that was the biggest times I've ever made a fool of myself trying to beg some bitch to stay with me. Oh, baby, forgive me, baby. I'll change. Knowing damn well I'm lying like a motherfucker, man.
oh man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I might have been truthfully apologetic, but I did what I did, man.
I did what I did.
I should have, you know, it's always that fear of being by yourself.
Mm.
Well, shit, I'm used to it now, man. I mean, I don't know what I would do with a bitch right about now. I'd be confused like a motherfucker. Not in that sense, but just like relationship wise, bro.
Yeah.
Because women say, I mean, hell, all people say, I want you to be honest. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you do not. Honesty is one of those things that people take in doses. Okay, they want you to be honest with them with shit they won't. You can't be 100% honest all the goddamn time. We know people like that. Got secrets for years.
Right.
Because they once you realize being honest gets your ass in trouble, you just stop. With a certain, you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody,
right,
you pretty much stop. I ain't that guy, bro. You know what I mean? You gonna take me how I am or bye.
right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna give it. I'm not. Some women love honesty, but you know how I just want an honest man. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And what is this shit I see all over social media? Here's the shit that trips me out, right? And I'm sorry, it might be seem like I'm attacking women, which I do it more than dudes. But you'll see a chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
She'll make a post talking about, I don't fuck with broke.
Oh, yeah.
And then you look at it like, bitch, you work at Pizza Hut.
Right.
What are you talking about? Well, I mean, I ain't trying to clown your job, but you like, I don't fuck with broke niggas. What? Bitch, it ain't like you Lamborghini rolling. What are you talking about? You and your Hyundai. I'm sorry, man. I know you got a Hyundai.
I do have a Hyundai.
But I be looking at these posts and I'm like, do you know what you post like 10 days ago with you in your work uniform? You talk about you don't do broke people. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Stop being so damn judgmental, man. And be careful about what you post.
Yeah.
What you doing, man?
Nothing, man.
You're always on that damn cell phone. Man, they need to get rid of these goddamn cell phones, man. They're the bane of people's existence.
Man, they got us with them, didn't they?
They did. They did.
Chip people, we got it right here.
See, that's when people was on that Bill Gates shit. Oh, they put in trackers. Bitch, you got a cell phone?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? They don't need to put a fucking tracker on your body. You carry that goddamn thing everywhere you go.
Right. I think in that 1984 book that she mentioned earlier, I think talked about, I might be wrong, my memory on it, but be correct, but I think they talked about chipping people in that book. But, right, so, you know, maybe he's a little off, but
No, he's right.
also a little bit right, you know?
Why would you make chipping people a difficult process? Make them resistant to it.
Right.
Give them something that they'll all get anyway and chip themselves.
Right.
Here it is.
And then change everything so you got to, you know, have it.
Yeah. You can, bro, I don't even know what your motherfucking phone number is. Okay? I don't remember shit anymore.
My dad finally got a smartphone. He's like, can you show me how to work it? But he still won't mess with it. So I was like, okay. So I tried to break it down. I was like, just think of the home screen as like your desktop.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to tell him, like, this is texting. Like, so
Oh, you might be lost in there.
and I say, so you don't have to text me on Messenger. You can just text me on here and I'll get it.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I said, here's your contact, which you'll have to put the people's numbers in.
Yeah, because you ain't never had a cell phone.
And then, so we just went over a few things because I didn't want to confuse him.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna turn it back off now. And I was like, you're supposed to keep it on, man. And he was like, no, I'm just gonna put it in my car like I did my old one. So because he had a flip phone and he just kept it in the car. So like when he went to a jam out of town, if he needed to use it, he'd like turn it on and try to use it. And so he's gonna do the same thing with this. He won't convert over to it.
He old.
And I tell him, I was like,
he got a rotary phone.
He has a phone on the wall.
Bro, that's like ancient.
I know.
I mean, like,
It's
these kids, my daughter wouldn't even know what the fuck that is. Like, what is this? This is a phone, really?
oh, speaking of that, when Tam was getting some lab work today,
Yeah.
and there's this clock on the wall, and it was one we used to have like when we lived in the trailer. It's like silver with this blue face. And I was like, look, Tam, that's like our old clock we used to have back in the day. She was like, oh yeah, I don't know how to set analog clocks, man. And I was like, what? And I was just, my mind was blown. She's like, I don't know how to set clocks like that. And I was like, it's a wheel. You know what I'm saying? You go,
Yeah.
until you get to the time, man. What do you mean you don't know how to set a, and
That's all you.
Yeah.
Man, that's it, bro. I mean, everything. You can get an analog face on here, but
it
I
was
mean,
just wild to hear that. She's like, I don't know how to set a clock like that. And I was like,
you know what? I don't know if my daughter can tell time on a clock like that. Well, bro, I'm not saying, you know what I mean. I mean, everything
in
is.
schools anymore?
Yeah, I think they're all digital.
Hmm.
Because you know that most of those damn things are tied in with the damn bells.
Yeah. Well, some of the old ones though. Remember when they said, you gotta sit here for 1 minute in silence and we all be looking at the clock. It seemed like eternity.
It was eternity. God damn. Shit. Could you imagine having cell phones when you was in high school?
No.
Oh my God.
I'm
The
glad.
things it would have seen.
I'm glad we didn't. High school, college, like they started to come out, I guess, when I was in college.
Yeah. I think, was it Motorola, maybe?
I had a cellular one that was like this big, and you got like 300 minutes. That's it. You couldn't text on it. It was real big and with a big rubbery antenna. Terrible.
Was it Motorola that came out?
Yeah, they had one too when they first came out.
And then what was that? Who made that sidekick bullshit? Oh, you know about the very first. I still got my like very first cell phone.
It was huge.
It is.
Yeah. And then before that, they used to have them phones in a bag.
Well,
People
that
had it
was
in their car.
Yeah, that was the rich people though.
Yeah.
That was for the rich people, and it still had the little cord attached to it.
Man.
It was just essentially a fucking old ass house phone.
Right. I ran up the bill on that thing because like my girlfriend went to like Washington for the summer, which I ended up going out there to see her. But I would call her on that phone, and you know there was no like, oh man, I ran my whole bill up to like $500. You know,
You're like, I ain't paying that bitch.
I
I mean, think about it today, bro. I mean, like you said, we used to get charged just to call Johnson City.
He's like, call me after 9 when a minute's free.
Now you can pull up any goddamn app you want and call anybody anywhere.
Yeah.
You can call a motherfucker in London. Hey, how you doing?
Wi-Fi.
That's it.
Yeah. I got a friend named Mufali. He lives in Africa.
Well, you just hook up to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I don't hear from him much, but whenever his village gets a
What I'm about
signal,
to say, bro. They over there. No internet, man. Hardly. Like I play
about them tribes that them white people always try to go research and talk to them. They're like, look, and then they get eaten.
Look, God ain't for everybody, okay? I keep trying to tell people, man, I'm going over here and no, leave them goddamn people alone, okay? Leave them goddamn people alone.
My boss has an interesting story. Speaking of God and religions and things like that with the Afghans, and it has to deal with the women. And he could get into it and tell the story way better than I can. And how they think it's a conspiracy that we're trying to convert them to Christianity.
I ain't trying to convert nobody.
Right, they think that, like the
I believe it.
because there's like different organizations that's been helping out, like Catholic Charities, even though they're not trying to.
Damn it.
But they see that and they're like, nope.
Because that's what they do.
I know.
I mean, I hate to say that, but if you're around them long enough, somebody is going to try to convert you.
Yeah, they're like, why don't you come to my church?
You know, they're going to try to make you see Jesus the way they see Jesus and God.
Right.
I mean, it's just
It's been happening for thousands of years.
thousands of years, bro.
Mm.
Thousands of years. Okay. See, I don't want to say that's terrible, but I will anyway because it's just me. I get to a certain point that I think Jesus was a real person, but I think his story has been so manipulated to manipulate.
Well, yeah, it's been reinterpreted thousands of times and re-edited for
But-
the Kings and took out parts that they didn't want and they rewrote it again. And
But it's such a controlling factor in people's lives, bro.
yeah,
Something that you don't even know is real or not. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
I get it. Like I said, I understand Jesus was a real person. But did he really split did he really do that?
Yeah, there's some things out there that prove that some of that stuff, like there's really no historical evidence that it was real.
Did he
It's
really?
only from that book.
Again, I get it, Jesus, the Son of God. Well, why was Jesus just the only person that you allowed to come back from the dead? Nobody else was worthy enough?
Die, you don't get the answers.
Man, that's bullshit because he died and came back. Okay? Of course, that's what Easter's all about,
Right.
right?
Yeah, I've always had those questions. Like, why don't those things that happen in there happen now?
That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they've got this whole goddamn Armageddon at the end.
It's a good story.
Hey, you know what? Hey, look. You guys gotta forgive me. This is just who the fuck.
Yeah, we're just talking about it, man.
Listen.
Don't take it personally.
This is, we've talked about these people banning books. Because I just think
Yeah.
it's fucking horrible. When you ask somebody, say, hey, when you tell them, hey, would you ban a book that had a story about two daughters getting their father drunk in order to have sex with him, to procreate and have kids? Oh, that's a terrible book. Oh, that book should be banned.
But it's in the Bible.
It's the Bible.
I heard was it Stephen King?
It's the Bible.
He had a quote and he said, like, in school, like, wherever you're at, if they start banning books, the first thing you should do is go straight to your library
And get that book.
and get that book.
Yeah.
Because, and read it and learn about it because there's a reason
Yeah.
why they don't want you to read it.
Bro, banning books. Why are you banning books? I don't know,
man.
I don't like the society. I don't like what's happening in America. Yes, the
Yeah.
brown shirts.
Yeah.
They burn books, bro.
Right.
Yes. That's why when people say what's happening here, it's like Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what's happening. People need to learn their history.
Right.
Okay, yeah, they burn books, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you banning books? What? Math?
I know.
What the fuck are you talking
Makes
about?
no sense.
Critical race theory. I'm so sick of that. I am so sick of that
Math
bullshit.
book.
I'm so sick of that critical race theory shit. They don't even know what the fuck it is. What is it? Well, I don't really know what it is, but I know it's indoctrinating our kids. How is something that you don't know indoctrinating kids? Bitch, you're indoctrinating kids. Look, I be on my daughter, but when she brings shit home, yes, I look at her homework. Parents, look at your kids' homework. Man, it was something about, what did it say? What's the constitutional, it was something about slavery. I really can't remember because she bring a lot of this controversial shit home. And you know my mind, it's just bam, I snap.
Was it like social studies?
It was like a social study. It was like, it was asking what's the Constitution right about slavery. And I was like, fuck no, it wasn't. I said, because according to the Constitution, that was 3/5 of a
What was the
goddamn.
answer in that book?
It was. Was slavery constitutional? And I was like, well, what kind of fucking dumb question is this? Yeah, that's what I was like.
Jesus.
I was like, well, yeah, kind of, because it was in a goddamn constitution. But fuck no, it's not constitutional. It was something. She coming home with a lot of this controversial shit, bro. And I'll just be like, I need to go to your school. Please, Dad, don't.
Right.
Because you know, I mean, what the fuck is this shit? What are you teaching my daughter up in here, man? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I tell my daughter so much shit, and I know she gets scared to tell them. I know she is, man. I'm like, look, you don't believe me? Google it. All right. 13th Amendment. Hold on. 13th Amendment. Hold on, I gotta refresh my mind. Hey Google, 13th Amendment. Man, that's all you gotta do.
According to National Archives, the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution provides that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the
Jail!
shall have been duly convicted,
Prison!
shall exist within the
I remember that
United
one
States or
now.
any place.
That's when they started locking black folks up. And then what are they? Jail, prison. You're back in servitude. Yeah. 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 Well, what was it called? The Fugitive Slave Act? Where they could snatch up a free motherfucker and put your ass back in slavery. Yeah. Look, listen, I tell people, I don't give a fuck if you gay. I don't give a fuck what you are. If you think your rights are solidified in this country, you are wrong. Because all it takes is
Stroke of a pen.
stroke of a goddamn pen. That's it. Because that's what gave you your rights in the first place, was a goddamn pen. A pen. That's why I tell people, vote. I don't give a damn who you vote for, but you ought to use that power that you have. Your God-given right. You know. Now people are piss moan and all this Second Amendment. It's my constitutional right, constitutional carry. Well, guess what? Voting's in the fucking Constitution, but you don't want to protect that. It is. But people feel like everybody and their goddamn mama needs to have a gun. Why? It's my constitutional right. No. What they say? It's their God-given right. Well, God didn't give you that fucking right to carry a gun. He didn't give you that right. And people misinterpret the fucking Second Amendment. They just butcher the shit out of that bitch. Yeah, you have the right to bear arms, but do you read the rest of it? But they complain anyway. They complain. I hear them all the time. Oh man, this new tax, whatever the tax that was passed, 2 years ago, whatever the fucking presidential election is. Oh man, this new goddamn tax. Oh, this is some bullshit. Did you vote? Well, no, man. Then shut the fuck up. You're complaining about something you had no say in. You could have. Early voting. I vote early all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody in there. I ain't standing in line. I go early vote, bam. I show my ID. Now, I don't have a problem with voter ID. I don't. You know what I mean? Here's my fucking ID. You scan the bitch. Give me my goddamn pen so I can go ahead and do my voting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, what? You look at my ID. I sign my signature. Bam. But when voting is supposed to be easy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be goddamn easy. You shouldn't give a fuck about people passing out water, food. And matter of fact, here's the root problem. You bitching about people passing out food and water. Hey, how about you stop the fucking lines from being so goddamn long? How about that, bro? Stop taking away goddamn polling stations. Make more polling stations.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We should not be subject to having a politician pick us. We should be able to pick that politician. Because right now, all this gerrymandering, both parties fucking do it.
Right.
They both fucking do it. But they shouldn't be able to. You know what I mean? I firmly believe, and I don't give a damn what anybody say. I firmly believe, why is it that we've got 100 senators, right?
Mm-hmm. Each
Each state gets 2. Why can't one be Republican, one be Democrat? Because of the 50-50. Who gives a damn? They don't agree on shit anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Because guess what? Senator Moran and the other goddamn guy here, they're not looking out for my interests. You know what I mean? But there's always some goddamn Republican winning. Why? Because people in this state do not vote. I'm sorry. Republicans, they represent like, it's not even like, I don't even, it's like 1/3 of the fucking nation. You know what I mean? They don't really represent any fucking body. But people go out and vote. People go out and vote. But they'll tell you voting don't matter. In the same breath, they're telling people, get out there and vote. Well, if voting don't matter, why are you encouraging your people to vote? Black people, poor whites, Latinos, and for the life of me, and I don't give a fuck if you is if you ain't. I don't understand why gay people support Republicans. They hate you. They hate you. Voting against your own interests. They hate you. They think you're an abomination. And there be so many gay people. Oh, I'm a Republican. Why? Why? They hate you. They don't even want you to have medical care.
What do you think about what we were talking about the other day? Back to Dick Gregory. And it has to do with voting. So Google it real quick. What year he actually he was declared the winner, but then they had to go back and change it.
When was Dick Gregory declared the winner of the presidential election?
Here's what I found on the web.
Let's see. Dick Gregory, 1968 presidential. Did Dick Gregory accidentally receive over 9 million votes in 1968?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
J. Edgar Hoover, that motherfucker, saw Dick Gregory as a threat. I bet he did.
Yeah, he got like, and you can look this up. It's true. He's a comedian and activist, and he got like,
Why is it that in the workforce 70 to 80-year-old people are for the most part deemed unemployable due to declining physical and mental abilities, yet it's all 70 to 80-year-olds running the country? Amen.
yeah, they need to change that shit, man.
Amen. Because the same motherfuckers, they need term limits, but guess what? These same people,
They do need terrible.
thank you, I didn't read that. But guess what? Guess who's got to vote on term limits? The same motherfuckers who don't want term limits.
Yeah,
I've never understood what the fuck is Nancy Pelosi still doing in office?
Joe Biden turned around and was trying to shake hands with somebody who wasn't even there, man. With an old dementia ass.
Listen,
man.
I told you, Jeremy. I told you when Joe Biden ran. I said, look, he's just a stopgap.
Mm-hmm.
He's just somebody to get this other guy to fuck up out of here.
Did you see that video though? He got done with this speech and he said, there's nobody there.
Look,
You just
anybody who voted for Joe Biden, we know why we voted for Joe Biden. He wasn't the best candidate, but you know what? He was a familiar face, and we just needed somebody. Me personally, I don't know about any of you guys. How you vote is how you vote. Okay? But I will be criticizing those who voted the other way because I know what you're doing. But anyway, I know what you're doing. Okay? I know what you're doing. I know what you're trying to do to this country. I know what you're trying to do. They talk about it all the goddamn time. Take this country back. This is our country. Bitch, you from Europe. Take your ass back there. How about that? I'm sorry. I didn't get
let me finish my thought.
I didn't know you had a thought that you was trying to finish. My bad, bro.
When Dick Gregory got like 9 million votes
Yeah,
in New York
9
alone, and was declared the winner, but they stopped it. And like, who did he run against? Was it Lyndon B. Johnson or who was it?
Well, it had to be Lyndon B. Johnson.
And they had to go back and fix it because that's not who they wanted to win. But you know,
Rigged election, huh? That's what you're going with now? God damn it, Jerry. Rigged election, let's see. Who's he running against?
I can't remember.
Oh,
I do agree with that, Jacob, though, for the term limits.
It'll never happen, bro. I mean, think about it.
We can dream.
Here's the problem, right? Like in Florida, it was on the ballot, meaning that residents of Florida can vote to allow people who have felonies to get their voting rights back. Man, that shit passed like, 90-some%. Guess what the governor did? Oh no, we can't allow this to happen because they're going to vote Democrat. How do you know?
Yeah, all that stuff is shady, man.
But again, Jeremy, the people voted, bro. Right?
Right.
The same motherfuckers who voted to get your punk ass in office by a couple of thousand votes are the same people that say, yeah, ex-felons should have their voting rights back. And you said no. Why? Because of some bullshit ass, they're going to vote Democrat. How do you know? What it is, what are most of those felons? They're black and brown people.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Like I always say, if you ain't a racist, stop saying and doing racist shit. Period. Like Dave Chappelle said. And I don't understand poor white people. I don't understand the poor whites. Like Dave Chappelle said, they're my least favorite. You know what I'm saying? They're my least favorite. You get brainwashed. Bro, this border shit is driving me crazy. Okay? I listen to C-SPAN every motherfucking morning. Bro, they could be talking about gas inflation. Oh, this inflation is terrible. It's all Joe Biden's fault. And what's happening at the border? And I'm just like, what are you talking about, bro? She's talking about inflation. Joe Biden did not create the border problem.
Well, of course he did.
He did. Neither did Donald Trump.
No.
Neither did Barack Obama. Neither did George Bush. Goddamn Clinton. The other Bush. Ronald Reagan.
Taylor,
the Congress created the goddamn problem with their antiquated ass policy that they won't fix. Every time I hear a Republican talk about the border, I say, where's that constituent of yours calling you and say, what the fuck are you doing about it? Instead of agreeing that it's Joe Biden's fault or the HHS secretary's fault. No, it's your fault. You make the laws in this country. I heard some jackass this morning talking about, oh, well, that's true. The Congress make the laws, but, the president can, bypass them laws. So the president's breaking a goddamn law. Lock his ass up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple.
Right.
It's just that simple.
But they were saying there's all these people at the border, right? And Taylor lives in Las Cruces, right?
Yeah.
And he sent me a text message one day, and it's when Donald Trump was in office, and they were saying all those people were there, and they had that big problem. There's a surge of people.
You mean the invasion?
He showed me this video. He sent me the video. He's like, yeah, man, big problem down here by the border. There was nobody there, man. But they do that. That's the media tricking you, man.
No,
because they can have a small group of people, but they can edit it to make it look like it's hundreds of motherfuckers.
I just hate this border thing because I've said this to you. What do Republicans run on? Abortions, guns, religion.
Right.
Democrats are coming for your guns. I'm like, how many Democratic presidents, Senate, and House have you had? And they've never taken your guns because they can't do it. But somehow, some way, they convinced these people that the shit they was bitching about 4 years ago is the same shit they need to be bitching about now. And I say to myself, hey, Republican guy, what have you done to fix this problem that you keep telling me is a goddamn problem?
That happens every new president.
But Jeremy, listen, do you understand the insanity that is, bro? Yeah. That's insane. When Donald Trump was in office, the border was not secure and it's not open. But again, if you hide the information from people like he was, snatching people's kids and shit like that, then when let's just say a more, I don't even want to use the term honest, I guess, a little more open government comes in and says, yeah, there's how many migrants. Now all of a sudden you got this inflation. Now we're being overran at the border. No, not really. I mean, not really. Congress are the people who make laws in this country. Period. The president every 4 years might not even be the same motherfucker. So how is that guy, right, gonna make a law? He can't. Congress makes law.
Right.
They make law. If Congress right now, Jeremy, no bullshit. If Congress wanted to write a bill saying this is our border law, nobody's coming in, you got to do X, Y, and Z.
Yes, I agree.
You got to do X, Y, and Z, or we're going to start locking up government officials. But they don't do it. You see what I'm saying?
No.
That's my whole point. Because Donald Trump was snatching kids at the border. Well, who's allowing him to do that? Congress. Well, you're saying that Joe Biden is shipping goddamn people off in the middle of the night to all these states and planes. Well, who's allowing him to do that? Congress. Stop bitching about a problem you have total control over, but you choose to use it as a political football so you can get somebody's goddamn vote. Because guess what? If you really wanted to fix the problem, why do you have to wait until you gain power?
Right.
You're already in Congress.
Mm-hmm.
You got power. You're saying that the Democrats want open borders. Where's your bill?
Priorities.
Jeremy, if I really wanted to show that Democrats want to open borders, man, I'm coming up with a goddamn immigration bill every time Congress is in session. Because you can get up before Congress start, before they vote on the bill, talk about the bill, debate on the bill, you can get up there and revise and whatever your goddamn remarks for 1 minute. You can get up there every goddamn time and say, look, I got this border policy. I want my Democratic colleagues, my Republican colleagues, come on, let's get this. Then you can start pointing fingers at people. But just to blankly blame Joe Biden, it's bullshit. Just like when they blamed Donald Trump. Now, he was wrong for snatching people's kids. Okay? He was wrong for snatching people's kids. But again, to blame him for what's happening at the border, you really can't do it. You're the root problem. Congress, House,
right.
Senate, you're the fucking problem. They always got low poll numbers. Why could they're supposed to go and fix problems? I'm quite sure I've said this before. Not create them. Right. That's why it is very important that people go and vote. Check your registration. Make sure you're registered to vote. Okay? Because if not, you're going to be represented by somebody who doesn't represent you at all. Just like Senator Moran, and I can't remember the other guy's fucking name. No, it's Moran. I can hold on, man. I know it's Moran. Marshall.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. That guy was on Facebook all the goddamn time lying about COVID. Oh, how are you a doctor? You see, it's bullshit like that. You know COVID's killing people. Oh, don't wear your mask. Bitch, people are dying. Look, I'm be honest, I got to a certain point, I just said, let them die. I did, bro. I just said, fucking let them die. I mean, I know that sounds harsh, but if you're that gung-ho to listen to a motherfucker who, A, wears their mask, and then when the vaccine came out, said, oh, don't get the jab, they got the jab. You see what I'm saying, man? Donald Trump took the vaccine.
He did.
Donald Trump took the vaccine, bro. And you know what happened when he told his followers that? They booed his ass.
I know.
You see what I'm saying? You see? So it ain't about Donald Trump. These people want to see America burn. That's just the way I see it. That's who they are. The guy who you claim is, God sent him and all this other crazy shit they say.
Oh, well, I don't know about all that, man.
Well, that's what they say. God. And I'm talking about like religious people. Okay. But then as soon as this guy says, I got the shot, you should go get your shot too, they boo him. So who are you really with? Or you just with the turmoil of the time? And this country is become. My bad, bro. My bad, bro. I know I can go on a tangent, man.
It's okay. Well, I was gonna do, since it's 10:39, this is about time when we shut it down.
Oh, I'm sorry, people. I'm
I
sorry.
want to talk about next week because we have our guest.
Who? What?
Justin Elston is gonna be on,
Okay.
and he's it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. We'll have some good.
But I gotta check myself.
You guys are tripping, man.
Who's tripping?
You're both of y'all.
Wait a minute. First of all, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, listen.
It's all for a good time, man.
I'm not an aggressive guy. I'm just very passionate about the shit I'm very passionate about. The only thing I don't do is dumb shit. So if you come to anybody, let me just be general. Anybody coming in with dumb shit, I mean, Google's my best fucking friend. Okay, so if I don't know the truth, or I perceive that I know the truth, well, you know, Google can either confirm or deny that. Okay, and I have no problem with telling somebody, yeah, that could be true, but if I find out it's not true, then damn it, it ain't true.
But he'll be a good guest. It's
Well, I'm not.
he's a Northviewian. No, I'm just kidding. He's from the Northview neighborhood that we all grew up in, and
I terrorized the Northview area.
so did I. I think we all did.
Well, man, you know.
We'll be good.
Okay.
Because we haven't had a guest for a few weeks.
Listen, ladies, I'm trying to get some lady on here, some females. I think there's too much testosterone. We need some estrogen up in this bitch.
You gonna get us a female guest?
I'm working on it.
All right.
I'm working on it.
That'll be good. That would be good.
Yeah, there's too much testosterone in this. Yeah, man. Okay, I'm an equal opportunity person. What?
All right. So I think we're gonna wrap it up because we're at that time.
Well, man, okay, man. I'll go shut it off, man. We can
So,
shut it off from right here. Just hit that motherfucking button, son. Just hit the motherfucking button, son.
Thanks everybody, whoever was here, and Jacob and Alyssa, and
Appreciate you.
yeah. Thanks for joining in, and
What you looking for, man?
I was just looking, and Justin Elston was in there, and so yeah, thanks everybody for on this stormy night again. Hang out with the Red Eye Hour, and we'll be back next Friday. See y'all then.
Peace.
I don't know where the button is on here.